Guten Nacht. Buenos noches. Kambangwa. And welcome to Small Talk Live with Lila Hart at the Skip Town Playhouse Saturday night. For those of you in India, namaste, namasko, namaste or namasko. I just want you to know that the Lord of Ganesha came in the form of an elephant, but his vehicle was a mouse. And yea, sometimes things are tiny, but their house is big. Ladies and gentlemen, a woman whose silhouette is so tall, she has to wear stilettos. Please put your hands together for the one, the only, Miss Lila Hart.
I could cry right now. This is amazing, and I'm so grateful for every single person in this room. Give it up for yourselves. From the top, I just want to thank my Channel 310 team. Norman Davis. Arthur Hamilton. And all my cameramen. And of course, my man, Eric Abbenante. He is the rock to my star, you know? Can't be a star without your rock. Well, we have an amazing lineup of talented comedians and musicians and panels. I'm super stoked about it. So it's going to be awesome. My roommates, one's a comedian and one's a musician, and they're like, oh my God, Lila, let us know when we can be on your show. And I'm like, when you clean the kitchen. Spend 7 minutes in the kitchen and you'll get 7 minutes on this stage. I was at a grocery store earlier, and there was this mindfulness journal that was on sale. The price for that was $13.99. That made me feel really stressed out. Yeah. I was just getting stressed from the price, obviously. The women who buy these are definitely into crystals, you know, and it seems like if you're into crystals, you're probably also into cocaine. Those are just like tiny crystals. Lots of it. I used to like crystals. Not anymore, I'm sober. Now I'm just high on life and high on my small talk show. My boyfriend truly is the best, Eric Abbenante. Yes, give it up for my rock. You know, he's the director, co-creator, editor, films in the front, eats my pussy from the back. Takes care of my other pussy or cat cupcake, you know? It's great. I have him trapped with that cat, you know, it doesn't matter. Both of our pussies. Yeah, I should put Pussy Eater in the credits as well. You know, my boyfriend, he always says, like, Lila, we were made for each other. And I'm just like, Eric, I have spina bifida. You're just short, you know? You've got spina bifida. It's okay, I love you, baby. He approved these jokes, so he's okay. Give it up for another power couple, Annie and Arthur. Yes. Arthur Hamilton is my Black Jesus up there, and Annie is the owner of Skip Town Playhouse. You know, I really think Annie and Arthur is what me and Eric think we look like in the mirror, you know? That's who Eric thinks he looks like. Trump and ICE are threatening mass... What a fucking transition. Trump and ICE are threatening mass deportation of undocumented immigrants to begin as early as tomorrow. And girls, you guys have seen that all over the news. They're saying that ICE could take you away from your family at any time. Trump thinks that immigrants are just like him. He wants to be taken away from his family. I don't see what the big deal is. Those cages are nicer than the cages I stuck all my kids in. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is under public scrutiny for demanding we refer to Trump's immigrant detention centers as concentration camps. I think AOC better not hold her breath on Trump using appropriate language, okay? Trump calls that thing on top of his head hair, so... We're lucky Trump doesn't call his detention centers beaner camps. Oh gosh, first Auschwitz, now it's taco shiz. I know this sounds racist, but you know, I'm Filipino. We're basically the Mexicans of the Asians, so. And I'm half white, so I can be racist, I guess. The Trump administration has officially blocked Harriet Tubman from being on the $20 bill. It's outrageous. I can see why Trump doesn't like Harriet. She illegally snuck people across borders long before Trump was born. She got them under. Fuck reparations. The Trump administration doesn't want to give black people money, let alone put black people on money. White people don't want the guilt when they're snorting cocaine. I'm meditating with those crystals, you know. Trump won't apologize for wrongly accusing the Central Park Five of raping a woman, even after their wrongful convictions were overturned. Meanwhile, white people still need to apologize for the Central Perk Six, aka Friends. The TV show. Kyle Cashew, former Parkland student and current MAGA supporter, has been rejected from Harvard for leaked comments where he said the N-word 11 times in one comment. You know, I know better than to say that. Arthur will beat my ass, so. I'm getting rejected from a school, you know. I don't want to deal with Arthur up there. When Kyle was asked about this, he said, Harvard? I thought I was applying for a job at World Star. Oh my God. Kyle is not handling the public criticism well. You'd think he'd have experience with shots being fired, you know? Starting this week, Missouri is forcing women to undergo a medically unnecessary pelvic exam before getting an abortion. I guess that's why Missouri's nickname is the Show Me State. Missouri's nickname really should be Misery. O.J. Simpson on Twitter denies that Khloe Kardashian is his daughter. O.J. Simpson stated, "Trust me, I made sure the glove was on." Yes, that was my third monologue. Thank you to my writers and Love that. That was so great. So fun. We have an action-packed show for you tonight. But first, we're going to have our small talk panel. And usually I have Drew Presta and Danny, my double Ds, on my show tonight, but they're both out of town. But we do have a special guest, Melissa J. Yay! And as she comes on stage, I want to sing her happy birthday because today is her birthday. So let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Melissa J. On the Small Talk Show. Yes! Have a seat, Melissa.
And if anybody wants to get me anything my size, it's cocaine. Or crystals.
Melissa J, everybody! You know, me and Melissa met, we had a very epic night, the first night that we ever met. Would you like to tell them the story?
Yes, it's funny and it even relates to what's going on tonight. So it's my birthday. I went out and treated myself to a new wig. And while I was backstage, I was touching up my lipstick. and somehow I got a like pea-sized thing of lipstick on this side of my wig, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but yeah, I kind of look like I fell headfirst into a strawberry patch. And it just happened like 30 seconds ago. And what that relates to is just the first time that we hung out. We won't get into details, but no, it's not like that. It's not like that. When I met Lila, let's just say you made a mistake.
Well, I mean, it's history's history, but
Yes.
I was drunk at the Comedy Store and I got into a confrontation with Jeff Ross.
What? You never told me this.
Yeah, basically I was just upset because I was like, you don't know who I am. I'm Lila Hart, you know, those things. And I was escorted out by the Comedy Store security and I ran into Melissa J.
Yeah, we got introduced by
Kenny Lyon.
Kenny Lyon.
Kenny Lyon said, could you please take my drunk friend home? And Melissa J did.
And Lila was so awesome. She wanted somebody to hang out with, and so she said, hey, look, I'll get you a Red Bull. I'll put a full tank of gas in your car. Can you just hang out with me? And it all relates to what happened to me backstage. I was telling her just about, there's a story in rock and roll, this guy Keith Moon, you know the Muppets, you know Animal, the Muppet?
Yeah.
It's based on Keith Moon, who's an excellent drummer, really cool dude. And he had this saying when they used to break things, and their management was like, don't break the things, we can't afford it. And he said that's the motto of show business, is that you have to give the people what they want. And I think that's what separates us as comics, why we're such a different breed. For everyone else on the planet, your mistakes are mistakes, things you shouldn't do. But for us, our mistakes, that's our art. Yeah, that's what people want. They want a train wreck in a comic. And so that's the one thing I told her, just be who you are and give the people what they want.
Give the people what they want, you know, give them a motherfucking show.
And that's why I didn't bother to clean my hair too much. And my eyeliner is also starting to bump up on the top of my eyes. I don't know if it's starting
Looks
to...
great.
I'm coming apart at the seams. And rather than tidy up, I was like, hey, let's give the people what they want.
A motherfucking show.
Hell yeah.
Yes. And I just want to thank you because you know, this was like 3 years ago and I was so upset about the situation, but her telling me that, you know, no matter what, the show must go on, like, you just gave me a lot of strength. And 3 days later, I did go back to the Comedy Store. I made my amends. I apologized to all the security guards, my wild antics. I had a heart-to-heart with Jeff Ross, you know, and now he knows my name, so it's great.
So you got that going for you.
It's great, but I think, you know, sometimes shit happens and you just go roll with the punches, do the damn thing. We're all
And
here.
that's the beauty of comedy, is
Well-
that, you know, be late on your bills, you know. Hold on. I got up at 3 today. In the afternoon, by the way, yes.
I wanted to ask you, okay, so for the small talk segment, you know, we talk about interesting things that are happening in the media and just in the world. Usually we talk about disability, but tonight I wanted to ask you about, you know, Dwayne Wade, the Miami Heat superstar, was out at the Pride Parade with his young son who recently just came out. And I wanted to know, like, what impact does a person of his profile have on the community at large accepting the LGBTQ community?
I think it's great. I think it's awesome. And I think, you know, it's just one more step moving us forward. And I think what that shows to me is just that the beauty of family. And that family, it's larger than demographics or style or music or, you know, a lot of people, you might not want to hear this, but, you know, even politics. As much as we see, you know, I remember Dick Cheney embracing his lesbian daughter. And I thought that was one of the largest things that I'd ever seen. And I see a lot of people who their family, their politics don't line up, and you know they block them on Facebook, they've isolated them, and you know I'm dealing with something that, as my parents are getting older, learning just to rise above politics, and that's something I'd recommend. That's family, and as large as what you know Dwayne Wade is doing, and I think just in our own lives we just gotta. You know, the people that raised us, if they voted for Trump, you don't got to agree with that, but that's family is more important than any of that. You know, lifestyle, politics, anything like that. And much respect to Dwayne Wade.
Yes, yes. Melissa J, I'm so happy that you're spending your birthday here with us.
Me too, me too.
Yes, happy birthday again.
And more people to give me presents.
Yeah. And before you leave the couch, can you tell us about your book?
Yes, I wrote a book. It's called Man on the Street, and ironically has nothing to do with being transgender. It's all about dealing drugs. But the two main characters, they're in Philly, and they're in their early 20s, and they're looking for kids to sell weed to, so they go take class at Temple University. They take Psychology 101. And as they're chasing down this deadbeat, the main character has to beat up his childhood best friend over $700. And on the way to do that, they begin applying all these high-end Freudian concepts to the junkies and hookers. And it's basically, it's a high-end philosophical essay on low-end living.
Nice.
And I've certainly done my share of that, that's for sure.
Well, be sure to check out Man on the Streets.
Yes.
Thank you, Lila. Give it up for Lila. So good to know you. You are one of the largest people in the scene. I gotta say that. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I love you too.
Happy birthday! Give it up for Melissa J. I'm really excited about our first comedian.
All right.
When I first saw her, I was like, wow, this woman is fire. She's beautiful as much as she is funny, and I really admire that in somebody that can just truly be herself. You guys are just gonna love her. She doesn't really need no introduction. When you see her, you're just gonna be blown away. She's fire. Give it up for Vanessa G.
I just love Lila. I call her Lila because I'm French. You know, I speak French, so that's her name in French. Lila. Yes. That's beautiful, right? Yeah. So I speak French, and like whenever I say I speak French, see, like ooh, like it's I don't know. What is it about it? People always think I'm French just because I say I speak French. No, I'm not French. I'm African. I just happen to speak French. Because when I say I'm African, it's not much exciting, right? When I'm like, I'm African, I never heard woo. Some few black people are happy. Cool. Yeah. You know, people always think I'm French. I'm like, no, I speak French. That's different. Like, the only thing French about me is the language and my hairy armpit. That's it. Are some people disgusted yet? I mean, hairy armpit is such a natural thing, but everybody feels like, oh my god, ew, like, come on. This is not any worse than, I don't know what's worse. Like, this is cool, isn't it? I don't know, to me it's cool. It makes me feel like it makes me feel just human. I don't know. I just keep my armpit hairy. I keep down here hairy too because, you know, just cause, like, who cares? Plus, I don't like people going down on me. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I know it doesn't matter. It's not related, but fuck that, you know? So, you know, I grew up in Africa, you know, not in a part where people walk around naked or anything. That's a different neighborhood. You know, where I grew up in Africa, it wasn't actually like the fancy part either where white people go on vacation, you know, like Egypt and shit. Like, no, not that kind of part. Like, I grew up in the hood in Africa, like in my country, Cameroon. Like, I grew up in the village part and shit, you know. Like, where I was, like, we had some real gangsters. That's why when I came in America and they told me that, hey, we got some gangsters here. I was like, man, what kind of gangsters? What are you guys talking about? Like, this ain't no gangster. This some baby shit. Like, like the gangsters in my village, they don't even mess with guns because they don't have money to buy guns, you know? They have machetes, you know, cut you and stuff. Yeah. That's some hardcore gangsters right there. Real gangsters. So you got people going around with no arms, you know, because they snitched and stuff and they got their arms cut. They trying to rob you with no arms. Like, give me your money, give me your goddamn money. And you wonder, like, if I give you the money, how the fuck you gonna take it? You ain't got no fucking arms. Some hardcore gangsters right there. You know, and growing up, like, my brother was in the gang, so I was like, and when you grow up in the hood, like, sometimes, like, when you're a girl, you have to pick. Like, either you have to be, like, the homies of the gang members, their girlfriend, or you just getting raped. Right? You're like, oh, I didn't want to get raped, because, you know, you don't want to get raped by them African gangsters, because they ugly as fuck. And they fertile, too. They rape you once, and that's it. You get pregnant, you know? And you don't want no baby by rapists, African rapists, because do you know how that baby's going to look like? Do you know? You know? You know, come on, you know. Like every other baby's like, what does the baby from the rapists look like? Right? Ugly as fuck like every other baby, you know? You don't want your baby to be ugly. It's gonna be ugly regardless, but you know. But see, I didn't want that, so I just chose to be their homie, you know? So I got a little dolphin heart. So when I came to America, I try to be a little more feminine and stuff, you know, and I think I'm getting there, right? I look like a girl now, right? Right? Okay, good. I'm just checking, I'm just making sure, you know? Yeah. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? I'm just saying, I'm just putting it out there because my mom told me that, hey, when you come to America, you have to make sure you say some French words everywhere you go. Because here, when you speak French, you can get a rich man. So I'm just putting it out there in case there's a rich man. Is there any rich man? Any? Alright, that was wasted. That was a waste. No rich man? Okay. So I recently went to China, right? And you know, like, yes, they really can't drive, Chinese people. They really can't. No, seriously though. Like I took a motorcycle and this guy just went, he was just driving opposite to all other cars. I was like, damn nigga, can't you see? Like, what the fuck, you know? And they weren't any cat either. I don't know where they went, but let's not make any racist assumption, right? I was like, homie, where the fuck are your cats, man? I love cats. Like, where the fuck are they? That's racist, right? I don't know. I'm from Africa. I don't know what's racist and what's not. I'm just asking, man. Like, you know. And I also recently went to Africa. You know, I just be traveling around. I don't have no money, but I just travel. God asked me how to do that. I just travel, man. I went to Africa, and my accent got a lot more thicker. I don't know. Whoa, that was just a test. You guys are racist as fuck. How's that related to Africa? Just because like, really, guys? Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, I don't know, man. Like, the fact that we all speak different languages sometimes, people be thinking they're superior to other people just because they speak a certain language. You know what I mean? Like, when you talk to somebody and you don't understand what the fuck you're talking about, you be thinking straight up they're stupid, right? You don't even be thinking, oh, maybe they just don't speak your language, right? I'm just saying, just stop. Like, people correct my English and stuff. Like, that's not illegal, right? But unless you're an English teacher and I paid you to do it, just don't do it. Right? That's gross. That makes you look like an asshole. And Hitler was an asshole. And you don't want to be like Hitler, right? So don't do it. Shit. Don't do it. Yeah. So when I first came here, I landed in Baltimore, right? And I was just like, damn, man, did the plane bust to the U-turn and went back to Africa? What the fuck? Of all places, I was like, man, you know what? I guess America is just like Africa after all. Like, shit. And you know, in Baltimore, right? Anybody ever been to Baltimore? You been to Baltimore? You been there?
Yeah, I lived there for a few years.
You love what?
I lived there for a few years.
You love there what?
I lived there.
You live there. Oh, because there's nothing to love about Baltimore. You love what? I'm trying to find out what he loves about Baltimore. I'm like, I love there for. I'm like, what? You love what?
I love Baltimore.
What do you love about Baltimore?
It's fun. It's a fun.
What's fun about Baltimore? Right, that's how everybody from Baltimore feel like. What do you love about Baltimore? That's how I be like when people say, "Oh, where you from Baltimore?" Yeah, I'm from Baltimore. Like, how was it? Yeah, you know, in Baltimore, like we got a whole street of people just standing right there. You know, they just standing like. Cause they on drugs and shit, like, but they ninjas. They just like standing. They can't even fall and shit. Like they just standing and laying down. You're like, damn, motherfucker, you standing with one leg? What the fuck? Like, what the? You be wondering how those people keep their balance. Like, shit. So I don't know who my father is, man. Is my father here? See, I always get the same response when I ask for my father. Like, shit. Even my mom, when I asked her, "Mom, who's my father?" She was like, So my mom told me that my father was this dude. She just gave me the nickname, you know? I was like, damn, okay. So I went on Facebook and I just looked him up by his nickname. And strangely enough, I found out some dudes by that nickname, like I found out like 5 dudes from Cameroon by that nickname, right? So I just added all of them on Facebook. So I sent him a group message and I was like, hey, I just say hey. And these niggas they just started sending me dick pics and I was like, what the fuck? So I sent some of them to my mom just to see, you know. She could recognize some of them, you know? She was like, what the fuck? You know how old people be looking up for? She's like, what the fuck? What the? Anyway. I don't know. Okay, good morning. I spent the whole time just doing this. Like, it seems like it's working. I don't know. I recently decided like to start selling stuff on the beach and stuff, you know, because I'm just tired of working. Like that's why my hair looks like this, because I just want people to know I don't have a job. I just want people to know I don't have a job. You know? I hate people ask me, what do you do for a living? And I'm like, when I show up like this, they're just like, okay, because I don't have a job. I just sell stuff on the beach. And you know what? I was selling my stuff on the beach, and I was just like, man, this business is slow as fuck. And this nigga was right next to me. I said nigga because he was a nigga. He was a black dude. He was standing right there. He couldn't even dance. I'm like, damn, a black person who can't dance, but he was getting all the money. All them white tourists and Asian people, they just kept just watching him dancing, and I'm like, damn, I guess they can't dance. That's why they think he can dance. And he just be getting all the money, and I'm like, damn, can't one of y'all just give me $1? Like, come on. You guys give him $1 for free. You don't getting anything from him, and all you can do is just give me $1 and get something. But you prefer to give him something, $1, and not get anything. I was so upset, you know. And I just went to one of them tourists, and I was just like, you know what? Just give me $1. Just give me $1, you know. And they gave me $1, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was selling shit. Like, do you guys realize how fucked up this world is? You get more money begging than working. You see? And then y'all gonna be judging all the beggars out there because they try to work and it didn't work out. Cause I'm about to be a beggar too. Like, fuck that shit. Damn. Anyway, I think this is my time, man. I appreciate this lady right here, this lovely lady. She's amazing. She's so amazing. You know, the first time I met this lady, I was like, you know what? she just inspired me, and I was like, wow, like she is so strong. Like, I mean, look at her. She's able to break so many barriers. Like, look, you know what I mean? She inspired me to be like, you know what? I have an accent. I'm from Africa. I want to try this comedy thing. She made me felt like I could do this thing, you know? Yeah, because if she's doing it despite all the, because in this life, like when you don't look a certain way, they limit the opportunities for you. You know what I mean? But despite all that, you keep pushing and you're getting there. And you inspired me to keep doing it too.
Oh, I love you. Our next guest is a musician who we all love so much on Channel 310.
Yeah.
He has been with us from the beginnings of a lot of our shows, and he's amazing. You guys are gonna love him, and we are honored to have him on Small Talk Live here tonight. Yeah. Give it up for Jalen! Take it away, J-New.
Every single dream just don't just cry. Young dumb kid ain't never looked back. Been in it, been with my fit in my rap, and I been in your bit like a venom attack. Every single dream just don't just cry. Every single dream just don't just cry. Been in your bit like a venom. Every single dream just don't just, every single dream just don't just cry. Young dumb kid ain't never looked back. Been in it, been with my fit in my rap, and I been in your bit like a venom attack. Every single dream just don't just crack. Every single dream just don't just crack. Young dumb kid ain't never looked back. Every single dream just don't just. And I've been on the block. Mine on my guap, I on the clock. Yeah, right on the dot. They out for my crop, send goons to my spot, then pop, 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 pop. Want me put in the box, no bread from my clan, want me there where I stand. Pussy just a hater, I don't care about his plans. Yeah, I might levitate him, leave him buried in the sand. Yeah, I can never hate him, I can never be his fan still. I can never roll, I can never be his clan. Got the juice like gold, and I keep it in a can. Shit that I told, no sweet. Wait on me like a young Rock Lee. Roll like me, never check ID. No, want no beef, just a blue bill. Never want the beef, but they do chill. Soul feel cold, think I'm too chill. Hate fake hoes, cause I'm too real, yeah. You gon' take the red or the blue pill, yeah. I be in my mood and you fool still, yeah. No surprises, no. Every day enlightening. Running through the pictures of my life, recycling. Understand if you're frightened. Look, I am not a hype man. Dream just don't just crack. Young dumb kid ain't never looked back. Been in it, been with my fit in my rap, and I've been in your bit like a venom attack. Yeah, every single dream just don't just crack. Every single dream just don't just crack. Been in it, been like a venom attack. Every single dream just don't just crack.
Yeah!
You guys want another one?
Still water on is my shit, nigga! My shit!
Oh, yeah. Still water. Still water. Still water. LA made me, baby, still water. There's no peace, disease, still water. Want you to die, that's crazy, still water. Air still free, so we still water. LA made me, baby, still water. Still water. LA made me, baby, still water. Still water. City so dry, might have to still water. Keep your pride and lie and not squalor. Life on the line and times will get harder. Sorry for your side and times I'm like martyr. Sorry for your side they don't ponder. I was holding pipes all night while we wandered. Pills in the hills, sills of marijuana. You loved her a lot but still never got her. Partners lost them, problems still got them. Hard to stop them heartless green monsters. Push it down the drain, the shame is still harbor. You don't feel the same, you change but still somber. People full of hate, right ways, still water. Head full of hums and hooks and la la la. Hung by the hook, by crooks for my mantra. Wouldn't change if I could, I'm too taller. LA still free, so we still water. LA made me, baby, still water. Still water. LA made me, baby, still water. Still water. Put your hands up, then pour all that in my cup. Sorry I can't buy none, but I'm drinking till my time's up. So pour me more in my cup. I'ma hold your line up.
Our next comedian of the night, we love him. He's a Goon Squad.
Yeah, Goon Squad.
Woo! Goon Squad, come on!
Goon Squad!
He's been part of the team since the beginning. We love him so much. Chaz Carter!
What's up, guys? Oh my god, I almost stuck that mic in my mouth.
Oh.
I know. What are you guys doing? You good?
Hey.
No? I'm a little drunk, so yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm really excited to be here because I spent all day at my fucking day job. I'm a barista at a coffee shop in West Adams. I don't know if you guys have been to West Adams. What's funny about West Adams is it's like on the cusp of like the hood and gentrification. Yeah, so you'll see like white women like strolling their babies on one street, and then you'll see niggas playing dice on the street over. You're like, what's going on right now? Like real shit. Yeah, it's crazy because like I work at this shop, so I feel like I'm a part of the problem because I work there. I'm like, am I a gentrifier because I work at this coffee shop? And then sometimes because I'm like one of the only black people working there, I feel like they hired me to be like the face of this shop. You know, because like I'm like approachable, unassuming, and I wear just enough blue to be relatable to gang members. It's funny because like we get some real hood ass niggas coming in this shop, and I'm just be thinking like, these niggas are gonna come here ask for coffee. These niggas ask me about kombucha. You know gentrification is taking a hold when a hood ass nigga asks you about some fucking fermented ass kombucha. Hey yo, y'all got that kombucha? I was like, this nigga know about kombucha. Gentrification is really taking hold. I'm out here teaching latte art to niggas who fucking hood bang. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit's crazy. I still deal with white people shit though in this workplace, even in the hood. Sometimes I feel like, sometimes I just want to shake a white woman and tell her no. You know, just like, that's their favorite word, no. You know? Tired of dealing with white people shit in the workplace, man. I feel like I've been working in coffee so long that like I don't smell like coffee no more. When I leave work, I just smell like white people's demands. It's a fragrant odor I like to call Leo Prechon. You know? It wafts off of you. But it is a nice change because I don't have to fight homeless people no more. I used to work at this coffee shop where like every day I was like almost about to square up with a homeless person. Yeah, because I used to work at this shop, this homeless lady, she would come in and call me a nigger all the time. Yeah, because I wouldn't give her no water. White people, y'all go from 0 to 100 real quick. You can't have no water. White nigger! What the fuck? But then she switched it up on me and she called me a faggot one time. And I was like, you know what, bitch, that's a healthy change. I'll take that. I'll take that. You've been called a nigger like 20 times. You're like, all right, bitch, I'll take that. That's fine. And then I was like, what the fuck is telling this bitch my business? Like, how does she know these things about me? Like, what are you doing? Bitch. Fuck her. I used to get real mad, but then I looked at her life and I was like, well, she may call me a nigger, but this bitch is living in a box, so it's fine, you know, whatever. And I love homeless people, but fuck her, you know? Cause like only white homeless people is like they're beneath, like their life is worse than mine, but they still feel like they're above me. Like what the fuck kind of racism is like? That's white privilege at its finest. When you living in a box and you still feel like black people are beneath you. Yeah. The fuck? Bitch is living in a whole ass cardboard box and still feels like I'm just not shit. You know, like, bitch, I have a whole ass job. The fuck? Crazy shit. Melissa J was talking about someone owing him $700. Bitch, I would fight my mom for $700. Shit. Crazy shit. You guys, it's Pride Month. Yeah, give it up. Give it up. Give it up. Yeah. And then I like became single just in time, you know. Not by choice. I got out of a relationship, and I did what any sad, depressed gay guy would do, and I started browsing hookup apps. Yeah, it's been a hoot. Yeah, man. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of unsolicited dick pics. Yeah, those are fun. Yeah. I had a guy hit me up recently and he had no picture of his face. He's like, hey, what's up? I was like, what's up? He's like, us hanging out. I was like, perhaps. You might want to send me a picture of what you look like. So he sent me 3 pictures, you guys. One of them was a picture of his dick. The second one was a picture of his dick in softer lighting. Yeah. And the third one was a picture of him hanging from a weird angle, still with his dick out. You know? Yeah. I hit him back, I was like, suspicious of your dick. And he was like, you like? I was like, who hurt you? Why are you like this? Like, what? I never understood that. Because I've never been that guy. I've never been that guy who's just like, they're like, hey, what's up, my dick? You know, like, what? And I feel like when you're a gay guy, it's like men just feel more at leisure to do that because they're like, he's a guy, he gets it. I'm like, but I don't want it. You know, like that is the problem. Also, I'm really tired of getting hit up by guys who have no lips. Like, just like, oh, thin lip ass white dude. And I'm like, I don't want to date a Muppet. Like, what are we doing? And they're the most racist. Why are they the most racist? Why are white people with no lips the most racist? I don't know why. It's like they have no fucking lips. It's just like they just look every time they talk. It's just like a Muppet, just like ba 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 ba, you know, like what? Why are you so racist? I don't get it. I think they're so racist because they're just upset because they just age in dog years. Like white people age. I don't know why y'all age like that. Why do y'all age like that? I thought about it. I was like, why do white people age so terribly? I think it was because back in the day y'all pissed off a slave witch. And she put the roots on y'all guys, you know? She was just in the field. She was like, on Mrs. 40th birthday, she's gonna get crow's feet like no other. Yeah. Real shit. You guys. Yeah. Also, too, I don't know. Why people, you guys get so upset about things when we point out truths. Like, you know, you guys like talking about how we're good at, like, you know, basketball and frying chicken. Well, you guys are good at mass shootings and racism. That's what y'all specialize in. Know your strengths, white people. That's what I'm saying. Crazy. What's we talking about? So, something I wanted to talk about recently. So my full name is Sanchez, but I go by Chaz. And I recently I had taken Uber from a show recently, and my Uber was a Mexican lady, and this bitch proceeded to clown me about my name. because Sanchez is typically a Spanish last name for those of you who don't know. And yeah, from the moment I got in the car, she just started clowning me about my name. She was like, "Your first name's Sanchez?" I was like, "Yeah, my dad's Colombian, my mom's black. They were trying to be different." And she was like, "But it's typically a Spanish last name." I was like, "I know. I've had 32 years to know." I know. She's like, "But yo, that's mad weird. That's so weird." I was like, "Bitch, how are you gonna come at me about my name and you literally use 3 adjectives? Like, I need you to fucking use a thesaurus before you come at me about my fucking name." And bitch, you're Ubering me. You about to get a whole ass star drop. You keep fucking playing me. Shit. I know what the fuck's up with my name. It's really fucked up too, because in high school my friends used to call me Dirty Sanchez, and I thought it was like a compliment. I did it for a while. I was like, "Yeah, I'm Dirty Sanchez." Until like one of my homeboys was like, "Nigga, you know I didn't call you that. That mean your mama let your daddy stick his finger in her butt and wipe it across her mouth." Yeah, that's what that is. And I came home and I looked at my mom and I was just like, "You dirty bitch." Dirty ass bitch. The fuck did you name me this shit for? They just opened me up to a lifetime of ridicule by the Latino community. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Latinos look at me like I'm like the fucking like Rachel Dolezal of the Latino community. Like, I'm just like trying to fit in. I'm like, "Love me." I'm like, "Love me, Vato." They're like, "You're a nigger." Like, crazy. It's all good. I use that word a lot. Yeah. It's like our surname at this point. Yeah. And it's funny too, because like I know I give white people such a hard time in my stand-up. I really do, and I'm trying to be nicer. I am. I'm trying to be nicer. I told myself, I was like, I'm gonna try and say one nice thing to a white person a day. I am. So I told my homegirl, I was like, "Girl, you're aging so well." She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, you're gonna age like Meryl Streep in Death Becomes Her, you know?" Like, you gonna like all like shit just gonna start falling off, but you're gonna keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? You guys, I think that's my time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Give it up for Sexy Sanchez! Sexy Sanchez, thanks for the Goonsquad. Yeah. Alright, so we're gonna have another panel. I'm super excited for this panel because it's Croydon's crew. Elizabeth Croydon's gonna come up here and introduce me to her guests.
There are a lot of people out there that are working to change this world, and my crew member is one of them. He's got a great project that I want you guys to be a part of. Please welcome my friend Michael Canaan.
Yay, Michael! Welcome to Croydon's crew.
Thank you for having me. Some great talent out here. Good comedians. I was laughing my ass off out there. Oh, I'm not supposed to curse because I'm doing a children's charity, and so we need to bleep that.
Well, I heard it's called the Global Superhero Initiative, and I am wearing and sporting one of your bracelets.
I handed out a few, and I have more for anybody who wants after the show.
Great. Can you tell us a little bit about what it's about?
Sure. Judging by the crew today, we can all agree that the world is messed up, yes? Got a lot of problems. Need solving. We came up with an idea on how to solve it in a fun way. We're called the Global Superhero Initiative, and what we're doing is we're developing a mobile video game, superhero themed. Think for a second, Pokemon Go, but with a purpose, right? A lot of addiction out there to video games. Somebody once said, we're doing for mobile video games what Mr. Rogers did for TV, which is basically taking mainstream media and making it work for the public. So what we got here is you start with an avatar, which has very little powers and very little costumes. Standard video game stuff. You start taking missions, you fight bad guys, you solve problems, you level up. And as you level up, you get prizes, you get powers, you get costume pieces. But here's the difference. Modern technology now with Pokemon Go and the new Harry Potter wizard thing has got people going out in the world. It's got people moving. We're taking it to the next level. We're not just going to send you to a park to look at imaginary pixels. If you accept the real missions in the game, which sends you out into the world to not only go to the park, but to clean it up.
Aww.
How about give blood? Donate cans of food to a food drive. Blankets to a homeless shelter. Books to a children's library. Help an old person with their packages. Give up your seat to a pregnant lady. The idea is to create a new generation of heroes through gamifying good deeds. Now, a lot of these games, they're called freemiums, free to play. Shouldn't cost you anything to do a good deed, right? And then these companies make gazillions of dollars. That's a word, right? Gazillions? Gazillions of dollars. I actually have the actual stats for anyone who cares. But it all goes into their pocket. They make the money by what they call in-app purchases. We have an in-app donation feature that we're working on where you can level up faster and gain tons of experience points and prizes and costume pieces by donating to hundreds of different vetted charities through us in exchange for extra lives, potions, capes, etc. So say you're playing and you're like, oh, I'm out of energy, I need more energy, or I died, I need another life. Ooh, I can donate $10 to breast cancer research, muscular dystrophy, Humane Society, Wounded Warrior, you name it. Spina bifida, absolutely.
Yay!
Absolutely. Because here's the thing.
I love it.
You can then do that, gain experience points, make your character cooler, and here's some fun facts. We're a 501c3 charity, which means every dime you donate goes to charity and it's tax deductible.
Wow.
Right? So everybody's winning. You win across the board. The stats say that 10 million people play a video game, a mobile video game every day. If we assigned one good deed a day for bonus XP, you're talking about 10 million good deeds a day. You're talking about nearly 4 billion good deeds a year of people getting helped. All just through people playing video games. Instead of going out looking to catch that imaginary pixel, I'm going out looking for somebody to help all the time. Who can I help? Who can I help? How many points am I going to get for this? You follow the assignments, it's fun, and you level up. These companies make $500 million a year. Big chunks going into CEOs' pockets. Imagine redistributing $500 million a year to name a charity. Name a charity.
MS Society.
MS Society. Come on, audience. What charities you like?
Life rolls on.
Absolutely. Nobody knows of a charity. That's very sad. Very sad. Come on. Name a charity.
Channel 310.
Superheroes don't do personal gain.
That's true. You know,
My friend's place.
Yes.
my friend's
Very
place. Yes.
Good charity.
I love this. And I love that you're here on Small Talk to talk about this.
Well, thank you for having me. I feel honored to be amongst all this talent. And I got to say, you've been very gentle. It's my first podcast. I hope that there's many more to come because the most important thing is getting out this message. Letting people know we exist. We're very new, we're building, and not a lot of people know about us, so we got to tell people who we are and what we're doing and get the support of the public.
Absolutely. Arthur, are you going to play this video game?
Hell yeah.
You're going to play, and I'm going to tell you why you're going to play. Not just because it's fun and you're helping people. Did I mention it's 501c3? Do you know what that means? It means that big important people and companies are donating cool stuff for prizes. So where most video games, you can't win nothing. You spend your money for your fun, whatever, but then it's gone, it's done. Right? Not only do you get that tax write-off for spending the money and it goes where you direct it to go, but big named actors, who I'm not going to mention today, big named artists, musicians, stuff like comedians, are offering prizes. So if you are the best hero, you level up the highest, you donate the most, you raise the most awareness, you're going to win stuff, mostly superhero themed. So imagine you all know Omaze, a la Omaze. You're the highest hero in the game this month. You're the hero of the month. You might win a trip, all expenses paid, to LA to visit some Avengers set and meet some cast and crew, stuff like that, right? Or be a guest at a comedy show and get to hang out with your favorite comedians, stuff like that. We have top-notch artists from Marvel, DC, Image, Top Cow, drawing our characters and developing brand new superheroes for the game. So maybe you'll win some autographed artwork, some original artwork. Maybe the character that you designed for your avatar will wind up in a comic book, things like that.
This is amazing.
It's
Play
really
to
cool.
save the world for real.
Play to save the world for real.
Give it
That's
up
our
for the global
catchphrase.
Yeah.
Your guys are amazing today. Give it up for Croydon's crew.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Michael. I love Croydon's crew. She always brings really amazing people here and we get to learn stuff, you know? Because Small Talk is not just about the comedy and the music, it's about expanding your mind and learning and having a bigger heart and helping the world. So I love that. Thank you so much, Michael. Our next comedian, he was actually on, he was a guest on Small Talk when I had the interview show. And he is the creator of Compton College.
Yes.
I just want to tell you a quick little story. When he came on Small Talk, the interview show, he brought me a little baby shirt that said Compton College because he said small shirt for small show. It was amazing. I loved it. He's going to be performing comedy and also performing one of his original songs. So you guys give it up for the one, the only, the incredible Demar Randy!
What's up, motherfuckers? I have never sent a dick pic in my life. Not because I haven't thought about it, but I just haven't heard anybody win from it yet. Right? I was talking to everybody in the hallway. I was just like, you know, because dudes say stories, right? Niggas be like, yo, so, you know, I fucked this chick last night. At first she wasn't really into me until I dropped the dick pic on her. Never happened, you know what I'm saying? I've never had a homie be like, yo, bro, I sent this girl a dick pic and some other girl showed up to my doorstep like, is it your dick? I ain't heard nobody win off that shit. That's why I haven't sent a dick pic, you know? If I heard one dude, it would only take one dude to be like, yo, that dick pic shit, it worked for me, bro. Well, I have never heard not one person ever say that the dick pic worked for them. Never. I would try it. I'll drink alkaline water. You know what I'm saying? I'll try what works and what's good for me, but I haven't heard anybody give a good claim yet. I fuck with CBD, alkaline water, but I don't know. I'm obsessed with alkaline water. I don't know what it is. It feels like fucking magic. I can't explain that shit yet, but I hope they don't make me look stupid, you know, cause like shit comes out and then it's like no good. You're like, oh, like what was that? The fucking those healthy juices. What's the name of that company? Like the little juice smoothie.
Jamba juice?
Adewale.
Yes.
Yeah, those ones. I used to murder those, and they're like, these give you cancer. I was like, no. Get chicken again. That's why I like to come in on the tail end of shit after it's like been proven already. You know what I mean? Like I got a bad eye and I need LASIK surgery, but I can give it like another 3 years. I'm still hearing people getting fucked up by that shit. You know, the brave people that go first. You know, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna let them put a laser on my eyeballs. Fuck. What kind of desperation is that, man? It's like going to get ass shots in fucking Brazil or some shit. Yeah, try it. Yo, go ahead and experiment on my eye. I don't have to lose. Stupid. But I'm no better than anyone else. I recently had to call my exes and apologize. Yes, I did. I had to apologize to my exes because this is the first time I've been single and I didn't realize how hard laundry was. I did not realize how hard it was, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a while since I've done my own laundry, you know what I mean? And this is the first time I've been like single, you know what I'm saying? I've always like transitioned my girlfriends in and out, so I was never like, you know, I never really had that complete time by myself. You know? And now I'm like, whoa, I need a lot of help. God damn it. I'm sorry. I did not appreciate your laundry and all the steps you took for me. I was unappreciative and I'm sorry. I should be thanking you for every step of laundry because all of it is fucking hard. You know what I'm saying? Every last fucking step of that is like just drives me nuts, you know what I mean? First thing is you gotta separate that shit, you know what I mean? Whites, colors, fucking towels, you know what I'm saying? And if you fuck up and get a towel in your shirts, you won't know it until you get it out of the dryer and your shirt looks like a fucking towel, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's all this shit on my fucking shirt? Right. And by the time you realize your shirt looks like a towel, you can't just re-wash everything, so fuck you got a shirt towel now. You just sitting there looking like this all day. Every step of laundry is fucking hard. You know, like, in LA, having a washer dryer hookup is only for the richest of the rich. There are people who pay $10,000 a month in this city for an apartment that doesn't have a washer and dryer. Dead serious. This is for the richest of the rich. Matter of fact, if you got a washer dryer hookup, I'll fucking buy anything. I'm like, oh, you selling this closet and I got a washer dryer hookup right next to it? I'll take it. Right? Because there's so much shame in carrying your laundry. You know what I'm saying? Like, carrying your laundry to a laundromat, it just feels shameful, right? It just like smashes in your face like where you're at in life. You know what I'm saying? You're just carrying a fucking basket full of shit you can't afford to throw away. You know what I mean? Like, I can't afford to throw this away, so I'm gonna try and fucking see if I can revive it. That's what a washing machine is, right? It's just a clothing reviver. Like, let's see if it'll come back new again. I can't afford to buy this shirt again. We end up washing that motherfucker 100 million times. You just spent like $10,000 on washing that $20 shirt. And the broker you are, the more baskets you come into the laundromat with, you know what I'm saying? If you hella broke, you gotta come in with like 7 baskets, you know what I mean? I want to be rich enough to just come in with 1 basket and just fucking toss it all in the same fucking shit. That'd be nice, right? Like, I would only go to the laundromat just like wash my dog shit, you know what I'm saying? That's disrespectful as shit, right? I only wash my dog stuff here, sorry guys. This is for collars and dog beds. There's like a bougie white lady inside of me somewhere. Right? Like my spirit animal is like a bougie white lady. You know? My outside is whatever you guys see, but you know what I'm saying? Inside I'm a rich white woman, all the privilege in the world, you know what I'm saying? I deserve everything and everyone is entitled to my opinion. Anything that is foreign to me is weird. Yeah. My white lady. But yeah. You know what? So I was talking to my exes and I was telling them how I appreciate them, right? So, there was a step where I missed on my own laundry the dryer sheet. They was putting dryer sheets in my shit. Fucking dryer sheets. Who came up with this shit, right? I was just like, yo, my shit don't smell good enough. Let me add an extra step to this laundry process. And the sense for these fucking sheets, dryer sheets, has gotten out of control. Like, one says, you want your clothes to smell like outside. You're like, what the fuck? It's just called, the fragrance is just called outside. You can get rainforest, or they got the fucking flower fucking section over here where you can smell like a fucking allergy. I don't know, I gotta use a lot of clarity, so flowers just make me feel like I'm out of the stuff you know, so please don't wash my clothes with any flower-scented shit. It's just a bad experience. But anyways, I still thank them for that, you know, because that was such a step, you know what I mean, that I wouldn't even really have done for myself. And the worst thing I ever said, you know, because I'm telling you, I was unappreciative. One time, one of my exes was like, I spent all day washing your clothes. I was like, damn, bitch, it's not like you was washing them. Stupid. I should have bought her a rose for every step of laundry. Right? That's what I should have done. Instead, I just said that. Hindsight's 20/20, man. Now I gotta, you know, and now I have these high ass expectations that I can't even keep up with myself. I'm like, I went to my drawer yesterday. I'm like, my underwear, and I folded up. They folded my underwear. I'm not even doing that for myself. So I just got to apologize, man. Because I've been going to a lot of therapy. Get you some therapy. It's good for you, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. No matter what. Yeah, you got to tell somebody something, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell the people. Like, all right. Well, my therapist one time, she asked me what I've been through in life. And by the time I was done, she was crying. I was like, bitch. You about to pay me. I'm like, you can't be coming to work with your goddamn feelings in your pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be able to take this in and keep a straight fucking face. You need to learn how to compartmentalize. That's what your problem is. I'll see you next week.
Nigga, you stupid.
Dumbass. Serious, man.
Stupid.
If you ever get a chance to have sex with your therapist, you should also do that. I'm not saying I did that, but it was fun. I mean, there's no bigger win than fucking the therapist, right? You know? I love mind games. I love all that shit, you know? I do. And fellas, if you're not playing mind games, you're being played. Because these girls are fucking equipped with a lot of game. They will lead you down the river to hang yourself. You don't love me? You're like, I do! You know? Oh, that's a good way they get you with that. You don't love me, and now you're fucking trying to fucking jump off a damn building and prove you love this girl. Johnny fucking nuts. Don't let him drive you crazy. All right. I felt good about that. You guys I wrote that for y'all. You'll never hear that shit again. If you wasn't here, you missed it. Because I didn't write none of that shit down. I'm only good at the things in basketball that a gay guy would be good at, you know. Like stand on my man.
Shut the fuck up!
Diving for loose balls. Stupid. I'm so bad at basketball. My dad was the coach and I still didn't start. He looked me in the eye as a man and he said, look, we want to win. And I went to the end of the bench and I sat down and I watched Carlos score all the points. So don't think I'm high on myself. Oh shit. Got this way. Yo, I smoke a lot of weed.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes I write music when I get really high. Hey. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how it got this way, but I felt good. Hey, I felt good. Yo, y'all pick it up. Go ahead and sing along with me. My bills are due, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay. Yeah, my bills are due. Hey, and I don't know how I'm gonna pay. Yeah, everybody's stressing me out. Everybody's stressing me out. And I don't wanna worry no more. And you don't have to cry no more. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how we got this way, but I feel good. Do you feel good? I feel real good. Hey. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how we got this way, but I feel good. I feel good. Do you feel good? Mama's getting old and daddy's getting weak and everyone's relying on me. And mama's getting old and daddy's getting weak and everyone's relying on me. And I don't wanna worry no more. You don't have to cry no more. And everybody's stressing me out. Everybody. Everybody's stressing me out. These bills, man, they're stressing me out. I see it, man. The police are stressing me out. Shit. My baby mama's stressing me out. And I don't wanna worry no more. Sing it with me. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how we got this way, but I feel good. Do you feel good? Hey. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how we got this way, but I feel good. I feel good. Hey. 7 months a day, 7 months a day. I don't know how we got this way, but I feel good. I feel good. Hey.
7 today, 7 months today. High enough to reach the cupboard, hey. 7 months today. On this small talk show, hey. Yeah, Demar Randy. Give it up for Demar Randy, Compton College. We just love you so much here at Channel 310 and at Small Talk, and thank you.
Yeah. I love Channel 310. It's one of my favorites. I love Channel 310. You guys are dope. I love working with people that's trying to get it out the mud, you know what I'm saying, and build something on their own.
That's what's
you
up.
know what I'm saying? And if I can support and we can work together, I'm always down to, help people build something that they're trying to build on their own, I respect that. Yo, I got these jackets. I'm about to drop them on my store.
Drop them!
If you want to catch one of these, I got jackets, hoodies, and t-shirts. And this is one of my newest products that I'm about to drop. It's not on my store yet. I'm just like rocking it, see how people feel about it. If you want one, I'm about to drop it on my
Drop
site,
it.
so make sure y'all check that out too.
I want that jacket.
Small Talk is great, but I also like to highlight other amazing shows that are out there. I like to bring up comedian Warren G and comedian Cali Made onto the stage. Are you guys having a good time?
Yes, amazing time. It's Warren V, by the way.
Warren V, oh my goodness, what did I say?
Warren G.
Oh shoot.
It's already one of those. Comedian Warren V. Hello.
Comedian Warren V! Yeah, I just wanted to bring it up because you guys put on this amazing show at the Sycamore Tavern. You're an amazing host, by the way.
Thank you.
Fucking hilarious. And the way we met was pretty funny. Could you tell them the story?
I was actually hot. Can you tell them the story? I don't remember. I'm sure it was amazing.
It was really
So,
funny.
why don't you let them know?
I walked into the Sycamore Tavern. It was a Monday night, and the show was lit. Okay, the crowd was lit. He got it bumping. It was freaking great. And I marched right up to him, and I was like,
Got
"Hey,
it. I got it now. All right. You know you be high. You gotta like.
7 months a day."
But now look, so I was hosting a show, like I said, every Monday at the dojo, at Dojo Comedy upstairs every Monday. So I was hosting a show, it was a nice crowd, and then she comes up, somebody I think introduced me, and she's like, yeah, she's like, are you the host? I was like, yeah. So I'm a comedian, I was like, okay, cool. She's like, can I go up? And I was like, I don't know. And then she was like, I just want to do a little bit of time. And it was so fucking funny. She was like, I promise it's a short amount of time. And at first it went over my head. And then I was like, oh, I get it. Yes, you're going up right now. And then I was like literally, so I went up and I was like, listen, I apologize to all the comedians, but I got a special guest. Like, I was an immediate fan. I got a special guest. She said she's going to do a little bit of time. And she came and murdered, and we've been friends ever since.
Yeah. Comedian Warren V.
Hello.
And your lady, comedian Cali Made. I should say, last week I was at the show, and you're just so infectious. People love you on stage. I loved your story about what you started and how you are doing comedy now. It was amazing. Can you talk to the crowd about your comedy career?
Yeah, actually, I always talk about it because I feel like I can inspire people to not stick to, whatever they're doing right now. You can always evolve. So I was an exotic dancer. Let me not be frank. I was a stripper for 5 years. That was like doing real time for me, and I learned a lot in my journey, and it's been almost a year now. In October it'll be like a full year. I know it seems like, bitch, that's like not that long ago, but October's only like 4 months from now, so it'll be a year in October, and I could not be happier. I'm a lot more broke than I was, but I found love with an amazing man.
Oh, wow.
And
Comedy couple in the house. I love that.
he actually invited me out to a show last year that he was hosting, a completely different show, and I was like, fuck it. I invited my friend, we go, and I'm sorry, I didn't want to say this out loud. But everybody seemed like, except for him and probably like one other comedian, seemed like they were just completely nervous up there. And I was like, you know what, let me go up there and just give it a shot. And let me see how I feel. Am I going to be nervous or am I just going to go with the flow? And my friend, she's like, go, just do it. And he comes up, he's like, so you want to go up? And my friend's like, yeah, she does. And I'm like, I mean, I guess I'll go. So I go, and I got some laughs, and I did kind of a lot on stage for it to be like my first time doing comedy, but it was something that I felt like I wanted to do again, and he told me that I did a great job. He told my friend that, you know, I was going to be his bitch one day, and here we are. Now we're here on Small Talk Show with Lila Hart.
I love supporting other women who are aspiring and going after their dreams, and I saw her perform. She's so natural and so funny, and I really loved it. And I actually was in Nashville and I did comedy at a strip club. So, you know, it's hard work in there. Those girls out there hustling, you know? So, girl, you have it in you. If you can get on this, if you can get naked and do things, you can go in here and tell your story. You know, when I was on stage, all the guys that I was doing my comedy for were looking at me like, why the fuck this bitch ain't naked yet? Why she still talking? Why she talking about spina bifida? Why she praising Jesus on the comedy stage? You know, I had them with me. They threw the money at me when I was praising God, so hey. And then comedian Warren V, can you tell them about the show that you have at Paul Pierce's place?
Yeah, so I just started Wednesdays. I just started a comedy and karaoke night called Jokes and Notes. Cause we're realizing comedy, like outside of being like the hardest job in show business, like you don't get paid to really do comedy. Like, and it's a lot of comedians shit like that. So like, how can I make money in LA? I'm from Ohio originally. I'm like, how can I make money out here in LA? So I start doing shows and putting on shows and shit like that. So Wednesdays I got Jokes and Notes, comedy and karaoke at Paul Pierce's new club called The Truth in Sunset. So you guys, who doesn't like to laugh? Who doesn't like to do karaoke and make a fool of themselves?
Absolutely. I'll be singing my signature song, Like a Virgin.
How wow! You need back up. I get some harmonizing in the back. I've been backup singer. So yeah, every Wednesday, come out. Make sure you come out. Jokes and Notes. And you, let me tell you how amazing you are. I told you, like I said, dead ass. I told the show last Monday, like I cannot not park in a handicap sticker now. I cannot not. No, let me stop. I cannot do it and
not feel bad.
There you go. That's it, yeah, right. Like dead ass, right? Like every time now, like you know how sometimes you're like, there's no parking, you're just in and out. You're like, fuck, let me just pull in here. I realize that's like me saying the N-word, right? That's what we say. That's like your N-word.
Yes, it is. That's
that
my
parking.
N-word.
That's your N-word. So. Even though I try not to do it when people aren't looking, like I know a lot of you guys do, but I can't now. It's like, you caught that one. It's like in my head, dead ass. Like today, again, we pulled up at Walmart on some In and Out. I was like, fuck, like, it'll kill me. I swear to God, every time now, it can be In and Out. I cannot park in a handicap spot and not think of you, my nigga. Respect. Yeah. And not because of that, but like because of the, you know, you gotta tell like the joke or something like so they don't think I'm just being it's not racist. What's it called?
It's connecting.
Yeah, there you go.
It's connecting. You know, groups that have gone through adversity together. Yeah. So yeah.
You make it sound real more like deep than I just sound like an asshole. I can't park a handicap spot. We're connecting. Thank you. We're connected.
I just love you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys for being here. And I'm so excited to see where your comedy career goes. I believe in you. And I can't wait to see where it goes. So, yes, you guys check them both out. Comedian Warren V.
Hello.
Comedian Cali Made.
Hey, and Miss Lila Hart.
Now, this is my favorite panel, my favorite segment of the night, the Goonsquad Panel. All right, Arthur Black Jesus up there, please come on down here. Truth. Juneteenth was on the 19th, and we didn't talk about Juneteenth during the monologue because who cares what I have to say? I want to hear what you have to say. So.
Yeah. Y'all need to help us black people, okay? treat us the way you treat bumblebees now, okay? Nigga need help. Help us, please.
You heard what that nigga said. That's nice. I know white people will literally drive their car off road to avoid hitting a bumblebee. They'll hit a child before they hit a bumblebee. A black one if they had a choice. Oh no.
Well, happy Juneteenth.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, give it up.
Yeah, we really appreciate that as a black community and a whole, a lot of people are misinformed about, black people and slavery and stuff. So, it needs to be a national holiday straight up. Give a nigga a day off of work, some shit.
Bella Thorne posted her topless photos of herself because a hacker threatened to do it.
Yeah.
So she put it out. How do you feel about that?
She was taking the power back. I see what she was doing. So she succeeded in that. I do, however, believe her reaction to Whoopi Goldberg was a bit much. Like she wasn't. But I'm neutral on that, and I give her props for taking the power back. It's not an easy thing to do. But she's a celebrity. She's worn outfits where her nipples show, though, so I don't get it. I don't get it. But she's great. Love her.
Well, and with these new avatars now, you can just put the people's heads on the body, so everybody could just be naked.
See, Lila be watching that freaky shit. She know about all that.
Why you gotta out me like that?
I have to. You know what I'm saying? We would be smoking 7 blunts a day when she used to smoke, and she be watching all this weird shit. Right next to me.
I would. But I've been 105 days free from porn and free from 7 months a day. So, I used to have a porn and pop.
Why did you say 5 days?
105.
105. Bitch, I've made 6 hours. It's the longest I'm gone. I just love a good scenario. It's like people just need when you watch porn, you gotta really dude, you got all on Pornhub, dig deeper. That's what be killing me when people watch porn. They just pick these basis ass scenarios, just people fucking. It's are they fucking in the forest? Is she robbing Little Red Riding Hood? Bitch, use your imagination. You like to come with enthusiasm? What are we doing?
Sorry about that, y'all. Chaz is a hoe. But back to the titties being out, the naked pictures. How do you take power and then act like a bitch after? You neutral on it, but Whoopi Goldberg, she didn't say anything mean. She was just made a general statement, gave the bitch some wisdom. Yeah.
She had a point, though.
And she turned into a victim. Oh my God, Whoopi, you just... I feel like trash now. It smells like bitch in here. Shut up.
Okay, smell like bitch in here.
Shit.
What do you think of Nicki Minaj's new music video, Megatron? It just came out.
Man, that bitch is so crazy. I just can't even speak on her.
Wait, you wanna know what I think?
Yeah.
The song's alright. Music
video.
Oh, music video's cool. It doesn't do much for me.
Whose side are you on? Nicki Minaj or Cardi B?
I don't fuck with either one of them. I'm more of a Meg the Stallion kind of nigga. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with her heavy. I fucking this bitch got me through a breakup. Cause I was how do I deal with my emotions today? And she was fuck them niggas. And I was yeah, she gets it, you know? I'm on her, I'm on some Meg Thee Stallion shit all summer. I'm about to treat these niggas like accessories, you know? You wear one day and then change a pair and wear a cuter pair the next day, you know? They got quiet in here because you guys ain't living y'all best lives.
I'm definitely not living my best life. I saw the music video and it just reminded me of her Baby Got Back video. It was the same, the Anaconda video. It was the same set. I feel the only addition was her new felon boyfriend. And he was actually, he has attempted murder charges and he's a registered sex offender. So that really spiced the music video up a bit.
I think she has a beautiful smile. I loved her smile at the end of the video. They zoomed in on it.
It is very beautiful.
It was really nice.
The bitch got all that money. She better have a nice smile. Shit. Can't believe that. They probably just didn't have money for the budget as a, the production company. So it's like, look, same set, just change the colors a little bit. Trash.
A town in the Midwest, a school in the Midwest, they gave an award to this little boy. It was an autistic kid, and he was given the most annoying.
Ah, nigga, I heard about that.
Wait, no, say that title again.
They gave him an award in front of the whole school of most annoying.
That is what?
It's funny, but hey, I would have beat that teacher ass. Me and my son would have jumped his ass right in the quad, and right in front of everybody. Or he got autism, yeah, he got a good kick too, right to your forehead. Yeah.
My mom would be happy that I just got something. Like, honestly, she's like, at least she got this. That's the only. I'm being honest.
Fuck that. If you give me an award for most annoying, no, bitch, you gotta show me the fade. Like, what the fuck you mean most annoying? How, bitch? How? Because I asked you how your day is? Because I show up and I compliment you wearing that boring ass cardigan again, bitch.
I'm pretty sure the kid really liked it though, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody else was laughing, so it could probably trick him into thinking, this is some cool ass shit, nigga.
Just a trophy. When I was in high school, freshman year, I got most likely to make you smile.
Oh, shit. I didn't get a diploma, nigga. Let's move on. Fuck education. Talk about YouTube. YouTube and Google.
Oh my god. It says here, are we going to war with Iran?
Oh God, I hope.
Nigga, I thought we was already at war with Iran. They over there doing all kind of shit. We just, who knows?
Trump did this thing where he's like, yeah, in last minute I called it off, like making it seem like he's the fucking hero, right? Like, we were gonna go into war, but I stopped.
Right.
Bitch, you started it. You started it. What do you mean you stopped it? Like, what if this motherfucker had a heart attack before he could stop it? Like, this bitch, I'm the last one to talk, but he eats a shit ton of McDonald's, you know what I mean? And he serves that shit, bitch. I'm not a president. I'm not in charge of all these motherfuckers, but you are. What the fuck? And then we got people supporting this. Anyways, let me stop.
I feel like the whole Iraq thing at this point, those tours that you see outside of like Hollywood and Highland?
Yeah.
That's what we're like over there. We're just there all the time, just looking at shit and touching things and murdering and raping and pillaging, That's what we're doing, yeah. And if you got quiet, it's probably because you were over there raping and pillaging. That's what is going on. It just kills me because our government just makes it seem like we're really over there making a change. It's like all we do is go over there and ruin these people's lives. Let them bomb themselves. Like if that's the thing, so we just gonna act like jihad is not a fucking thing over there, and it's not like I'm a realist. I like to recognize the brutality going on in the world. If y'all want to murder, then like do that shit. Like, hey, dude, do it with your homies. I'm gonna kick it over in Los Angeles. I'm not gonna go over there and tell you can't murder your neighbor because his wife removed her cloak. Like, I'm not gonna tell you. I'm upset. Like,
Chaz been drinking tonight and it's not juicy. He got his hair done like yesterday and his attitude. Yeah, he needs 7 blunts today, man.
Jon Stewart and his decade-long fight to get the 9/11 responders lifelong health care. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
If we're going to have a celebrity president, how about Jon Stewart?
Ooh.
I think we should have a comedian as a president.
Yes, I agree.
I think so too.
Yeah. I don't know if it should be Jon Stewart. If I had to pick a comedian to be like the next president, it'd be like Wanda Sykes. Yeah, would be a good choice.
Dave Chappelle, because he already did it on the Chappelle show, nigga. Nigga. Came in. That shit, nigga. Oh, he gonna be doing it right.
Dave Chappelle for president.
Hell yeah. We seen him do it.
For sure, Wanda Sykes or I was hoping for Michelle Obama, but she's not doing that shit. Done, bitch, we're done. But honestly, with the way things are going, we have a dictator. So we don't have to worry about the next president.
Yeah, y'all see that video he put on Twitter? Shit was like 20 everything, nigga. He was just it was like the next 40 years. He was like, I'm still gonna be president, bitches. He out here flexing on us. And it was during BET weekend too. Niggas they capped the most during BET weekend. Trump think he a nigga.
All right, okay. That's all we have for the Goonsquad panel. Yes, Mary Basmadjian, Chaz Carter! Hey, you know, I gotta give a special shout out to Arthur Hamilton. He was putting toilet paper in the bathroom for y'all. I saw him coming down here.
Yeah, hey.
The sounds, with the lights, and all of it.
Wipe that PP off the seat, fam. Thank you very much.
Let's give Jalen the energy and the love. Give him that musical talent. Thank you so much, Jalen.
Yo, my pants sag a little, my niggas brag a lot. They call him God before they ever call God. Some killing Rob just to up their whole stock. Need a nigga who's down and some bitches who slop. From that house on that block, on that hill in that city, if I said they would, then they will. Whether it's Lucas or Simmy's, then there was fiends in the street. We called them losers and empty, but now they strapped in their seats. Brick princes look tempting because they trying to eat. Get some shelter and shit. They're sirens and beasts, never silent, no peace. They from alliance with Leech. They sucking at their life, but stomachs need the food. So wrong looking right. So yeah, I'll pass him that cat for his enjoyment tonight. Taking poison at night, mine frozen at night. The pastor's door was closed, but mine open tonight. So let's say grace, all praise to the blackest space. See, this is the life that I live, not the life that I chose. Raised up like a concrete rose. Never did it for the niggas or the mugs, or the money or the cars or the club. Oh no, this is my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality. This is my, oh no, this is my reality. This is my reality. This is my reality. This is my, yo. School in session, but I be learning different lessons. Cause 6 periods never heal my damn depression. I'm so serious, I'ma roll up all my stresses. Cause resting in this nest gon' leave me eggless. And I just need a bit for my breakfast. I just need a hit of the medic sitting devil's lettuce. Maybe I could live, find a trip where my head is. They said I wasn't shit, I was hit where my head is. Fire, fire, never miss. They resist, they get the headache. Imprisoned by the chip, getting rich is the fetish. So that's just how it is, Jay Hunt like niggas in Texas. We gon' keep acting reckless until the business is present. Like, give me mine or you gon' take this 9. Still ain't fucking with the rhymes, it just might take time. Your life based on design, I got my lines from my mind. On the boulevard where them bullets hard when the sun shines. See, this the life that I live, not the life that I chose. Raised up like a concrete rose. Never did it for the niggas or the hoes, or the money or the cars or the clothes. Oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. It's my, oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. Yo, this is the life that I live, not the life that I chose. Raised up like a concrete rose. Never did it for the niggas or them hoes, or the money or the cars or temptations, the type that don't sing. I love the street, motherfucker, quote me. I love she, but she left me lonely. My dad act like he don't know me, and I don't even think I know me. Freedom gotta cost us no free. The devil got my thoughts low key. White girl, that's rocks or cold keys. If the rich me could meet the broke me, Betty say it's okay that you don't sleep. Only bears, wolves, and lions gon' eat. And I don't even think I know me. Live fast, die young. Crazy nigga leave a pretty corpse attached to the toilet papers like Usher ready for the fourth. I don't think the radio is ready for the fucking fourth. Big nigga rockin' forth, walking on my mama porch. Gotta get in the source by the time I'm 24. On a world tour with my nigga like it's 94. Need to get rich, why the fuck would I be lying for? All the niggas snitch, why the fuck would Jay be hired for? Forgot about that bitch, why the fuck you just remind me for? Dude, bros before her, never crimes me like no clue. Fuck the honey with the money, not stack this store too. I refuse to be 54 walking foo-boo. Yeah, I heard your shit before, no, that track was boo-boo. Color rockin' true blue, bitches watch like you do. And you might make the news if you test the crew. Cause I'm young, black, angry, and fuck. This the life that I live, not the life that I chose. Raised up like a concrete rose. Never did it for the niggas or the hoes, or the money or the cars or the, oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. This my, oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. Yeah, this is the life that I live, not the life that I chose. Raised up like a concrete rose. Never did it for the niggas or the hoes, or the money or the cars or the clothes. Oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. This my, oh no, it's my reality. It's my reality. It's my reality. Yeah. Oh no.
Like my shoes, like my bling, I got my mind, and now I sing. Okay. All right. Every show, I'm gonna do an ending monologue where I make a small point. All right. I'm making a small point using my experiences as a disabled woman to make a point to my audience. All right.
All right.
So here's my first small point. Are you with me? Are you with me? 1 in 5 people in America are disabled, okay? So look to your left, look to your right. One of these people is not disabled because disabled seating is in the front. Yeah! That's part of our privilege, okay? I'm not ashamed. Let me be able to see. Okay. In the Ali Wong movie, Always Be My Maybe, I love the movie, it was great. But there was a scene where Allie's character is walking through Chinatown and she sees a Chinese guy parking in a disabled spot who clearly isn't disabled, okay? And Ali Wong says that that Chinese guy is gangster for doing that. Gangster, Ali Wong, more like Ali Wrong, okay? If you're not disabled and think you're gangster and take a disabled spot, I'm going to fast and furiously kick your ass. It's not your spot to take, don't take it. You know, but then again, Asians are bad drivers, right? So maybe they're more likely to become disabled or go out and cause the disabilities. Being a bad driver should maybe be a disability. You know, it should be a disability, but not all Asians are bad drivers, okay? Just the women. I don't mind giving Chinese people or Asian people, Filipino people, hell, I'm half Asian myself, okay? Disability placards, because that's fine, but we also have to give them yellow cars to drive too. You know, serve as warning signs for the rest of us, like, yield, slow down, wrong turn, okay. And I know this sounds racist, but I am Filipino, okay? So, and I'm half white, so I'm allowed to be here. There are people who don't deserve the spot, who are taking a spot from me and everyone else who's disadvantaged or more like myself, okay? So when you're doing that, just know that it's wrong, and you're taking the place of someone else who really fucking needs it, because I can barely walk up there, I'd be losing my breath, you know, trying to get, if I parked in the back of Walmart, we wouldn't make it to Walmart. You know, this weekend, when I was at the Comedy Store, I met this guy named Alex, and he was a really great kid who's here from Oregon. He's 18 years old, and he is in LA because he needs a heart transplant and a liver transplant. If he doesn't get one, you know, he's gonna die in the next year. So let's pray to God that he does get that heart transplant. Send that love to Alex. And he needs the motherfucking spot, okay? Not y'all. But just like there is people taking disability spots, there's people in the front of the line of the heart transplants who are taking the hearts. You know, people who may have smoked cigarettes or damaged their heart on their own. It's like, no, Alex really deserves the spot, not you who fucked up your life. But I'm just saying, I just want my friend Alex to have a heart. All right? He has Lila Hart, but he needs a real motherfucking heart in his life. If you're not disabled, you need to tell yourself, parking in a disabled spot shouldn't always be my maybe. It should always be your never, okay? Never. Because if you're not disabled and you park in a disabled spot, you want the perks of being disabled without the disability. Basically, you want to have your wheelchair and push it too. Everybody on stage, everybody, and give a shout out to everybody who makes the show possible. Anybody that's on channel 310. Small